What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com, and there is a sports story that is blowing up right now regarding U.S. sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson being disqualified from the Olympics after testing positive for marijuana. There's a lot of different levels to these stories. A lot of people are outraged for a lot of different reasons, but of course, one thing that's happening is the media is using this to spin as some sort of racial issue, which it is absolutely not. No way is this a racial issue, but that's what some in the media and some blue check marks on Twitter are attempting to do. You can see the tweet from SportsCenter here. Sha'Carri Richardson apologized Friday for testing positive for marijuana at the U.S. Olympic trials last month, saying she used it as a coping mechanism after finding out her biological mother had died. So she gave an interview, I believe, that aired today on NBC, where she went into details about, admitting that, yeah, she did do this. She kind of put out an apology to fans saying, like, I understand what I did. I shouldn't have done it. Saying that she was basically in a bad headspace after finding out that her biological mother had passed away. A lot of people feel for her in that because I'm sure that's a very emotional moment. She's only 21 years old. But at the same time, those levels of THC in your system, when we're talking about the test for marijuana, it's effectively you have to smoke the night before. You have to do something the night before for levels like that to show up. So some people don't have a ton of sympathy for someone knowing that you're not allowed to do that. She knew she wasn't allowed to do that, but she did it anyway. There's this quote from her: "I know what I did. I know what I'm supposed to do. I still made that decision." We have a couple stories here. U.S. sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson to miss 100-meter Olympic race over marijuana test. U.S. sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson will be prohibited from running the 100-meter race at the Olympics after a positive marijuana test. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, and this isn't just like a U.S. rule, this is the World Doping Agency's rules, right? But the U.S. has certain restrictions. They've way leveled up the amount of marijuana that can be in your system. You can smoke marijuana, but if you're going to do a competition, you're going to be tested, you can't smoke the night or the day before, and that's evidently what she did. The rules are clear, but this is heartbreaking on many levels. Hopefully her acceptance of responsibility and an apology will be an important example to all of us that we can successfully overcome our regrettable decisions despite the costly consequences of this one to her. And we can go over here. I think I have it pulled up. Yeah, right here. Let's take a listen. It's not the best interview. To be honest with you, but I did want to let you listen at least a little bit to her words and the things that she's saying right now.
So tell me, what happened? What led up to this positive test?
Just honestly, I want to take responsibility for my actions. I know what I did. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm allowed not to do, and I still made that decision. But not making an excuse or looking for any empathy in my case, but just, however, being in that position of my life, finding out something like that, something that I would say is probably one of the biggest things that have impacted me positively and negatively in my life when it comes to dealing with the relationship I have with my mother. So that definitely was a very heavy topic on me, and people don't understand what it's like to have to. Or people do. We all have our different struggles. We all have our different things we deal with. But to put on a face, to have to go in front of the world and put on a face and hide my pain, who are you, or who am I to tell you how to cope when you're dealing with a pain or you're.
So there you go. Like I said, it's not the best interview. I did want you to hear a little bit from her. But one of the big issues that I see going on right now is a lot of people are trying to use this. And there she goes. She tweets this out. "I am human." She says she's not looking for any sympathy. She's getting a lot of sympathy from a lot of different people right now, to be honest with you. And when we go through here, there's a lot of people that are on her side saying, hey, it's just weed. Why are we testing for marijuana? Is this really a performance-enhancing drug? Why is this happening? And the idea that you're getting suspended over that, a lot of people have a problem with that. And I see that and I get that. At the same time, all you have to do is not smoke like the day before, and you're going to pass this test, and it's going to be fine. So it's tough. Look at this. White men across America are becoming multi-millionaires selling marijuana at dispensaries that look like Apple stores. But the fastest woman in America can't run because she smoked a little weed after her mom died? Absolutely not. Let Sha'Carri run. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of people make this completely about race. Free Sha'Carri from the systemic racism that's allowing white people to capitalize on the same substance that is prohibiting her from running. So just more of this absolute garbage. And people trying to make this Michael Phelps comparison, which makes zero sense, because of course Michael Phelps famously got caught smoking marijuana on camera, right? People are saying, you wouldn't punish Michael Phelps, but you punish this black female. No, that's not exactly what happened, but that's not going to stop people from this. Brooklyn Dad, a dude who gets paid to spread propaganda. Good morning and happy Friday to everyone except the Olympic Committee for banning Sha'Carri Richardson for weed while Michael Phelps weed coughs gold medals. Michael Phelps won a zillion medals with dank in his lungs. What are we doing here? Of course, these people don't know what they're talking about. Does Michael Phelps want to jump in and say something? And of course, someone finally with some sense realizes that after these people continue to tweet, I bet if Michael Phelps tested positive for weed, they would have still let him compete and win medals. Michael Phelps got suspended. Michael Phelps was suspended for 3 months and lost sponsors over this entire thing. Sha'Carri Richardson's only suspended for 1 month. So I don't know if your racism argument is going to quite work for you. But it is, it sucks that, someone who is the best, the fastest sprinter in America when it comes to women isn't going to be able to compete because of marijuana. But that's the rules. It's the same for everybody. It has nothing to do with race. But it is a story of a young woman who lost her mother, who unfortunately made a bad decision and is now out of the Olympics. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What's your perspective? There's going to be a lot of different takes on this. There already is. Let me know yours in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.